The year is 2035. A sleek, angular shape slices through the Pacific sky, Japan's sixth-generation fighter, a symbol of quiet ambition now revealed. While the US and China have dominated headlines, Japan has been working in the shadows, preparing to shift the balance of power in Asia. This is more than a new airplane. It's a bold step toward self-reliance and a new role in regional security. For decades, Japan relied on US military hardware, but changing threats and a complex world have made dependence risky. Building its own advanced fighter signals Japan's intent to control its destiny in the skies. The project unites top minds in engineering, materials science, and computing, driving innovation across Japan's industries. For the Japan Air Self-Defense Force, it means flying aircraft tailored to their needs, offering a critical edge. The journey has been long marked by political intrigue, technological breakthroughs, and strategic recalculations. To understand this moment, we must look back at Japan's post-war restrictions and the events that reignited its aviation ambitions. From studying enemy technology to building stealth demonstrators, Japan has methodically prepared for this leap. Now, the world watches as Japan's sixth-generation fighter takes flight, marking a new era in aviation history. The dawn of this fighter is not just about military might, it's about national pride and technological leadership. This is the story of a nation forging a new sword for a new era. The skies over Asia will never be the same. Japan's ambition is clear to lead, not follow. The future of air power is being written in the land of the rising sun. The sixth-generation fighter is here, and with it, Japan's place in the world is forever changed. To understand Japan's aerospace ambitions, we must look to its past. Before World War II, Japan was a leader in aviation, producing legendary aircraft like the A6M0. Defeat in the war dismantled its military industry and led to a new constitution, renouncing war and limiting military forces. Japan's aviation industry shifted to civilian production, fueling an economic miracle but eroding its combat aircraft expertise. Reliance on the US for defense became the norm, with American jets forming the backbone of Japan's Air Force. Yet, the spirit of innovation endured, quietly growing beneath the surface. Japanese industry excelled in electronics and advanced materials, laying the groundwork for future aerospace ambitions. The nation was a sleeping giant, waiting for the right moment to reawaken its aviation potential. As the strategic environment shifted, so did Japan's resolve to regain technological independence. Civilian tech breakthroughs would soon fuel a renewed push into military aerospace. The stage was set for Japan to blend its legacy with a bold new vision. The dream of building advanced fighter jets was alive once more. In 1976, Soviet pilot Viktor Belenko defected to Japan in a MiG-25 Foxbat, exposing gaps in Japan's air defenses. The incident was a shock. Japan's radar and interceptors failed to detect the high-speed intruder. It triggered a national security crisis and forced a major defense overhaul. Japan upgraded its air force with F-15J Eagles and E-2C Hawkeyes, but the lesson was clear. Relying solely on foreign tech was risky. The Foxbat was disassembled and studied, giving Japanese engineers rare insight into Soviet design. This hands-on analysis, combined with licensed US production, built a unique knowledge base. Japan quietly absorbed lessons from both sides of the Cold War. The experience planted a seed. Japan needed to design and develop its own advanced aircraft. The path to self-sufficiency was slow, but the foundation was set. The MiG-25 incident became a catalyst for Japan's future ambitions. The era of passive defense was ending. By the 2000s, Japan's ambition for an advanced fighter took shape as the US refused to export the F-22 Raptor. The answer was the X-2 Shinshin, a technology demonstrator built to master stealth, avionics, and thrust vectoring engines. Developed by Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, the X-2 was a flying laboratory, not a production fighter. Its first flight in 2016 was a moment of national pride, proving Japan's ability to build a stealthy, maneuverable jet. The X-2 used advanced composites and angled surfaces to minimize radar signature. Its IHI XF51 engines featured thrust vectoring paddles for agility. The test program was a success, providing invaluable data and closing the knowledge gap. The X-2 retired in 2018, but its lessons fueled Japan's sixth-generation ambitions. The project proved Japan had the talent, industry, and will to develop stealth aircraft. The Shinshin was the bridge from dependence to leadership. Japan was ready to move from technology demonstrator to world-class fighter. The era of Japanese stealth had begun. The next step, a fighter to rival the world's best. With the X-2 as a foundation, Japan turned to the F-35 Lightning II to fill its immediate needs. Joining the F-35 program gave Japan access to cutting-edge stealth and sensor fusion technology. The F-35 sensor suite creates a unified battlespace picture, giving pilots unmatched situational awareness. Japan established a final assembly facility in Nagoya, gaining hands-on experience with advanced systems. This knowledge transfer was crucial for Japan's future fighter project. Japan is set to become the largest F-35 operator outside the US, including carrier-capable F-35Bs. The F-35B will operate from converted Izumo-class ships, restoring Japan's naval aviation capability. Mastering the F-35 was a vital step before creating a sixth-generation jet. The Lightning II bridged the gap between today's threats and tomorrow's ambitions. Now, Japan was ready to build its own storm. Armed with experience from the X-2 and F-35, Japan launched its own next-generation fighter project, the F-X. Recognizing the immense cost and complexity, Japan sought international partners. The search led to the UK and Italy, both developing their own sixth-generation programs. In 2022, the three nations merged efforts into the Global Combat Air Program, GCAP. This alliance pools resources, talent, and technology, creating a new axis in military aerospace. Japan brings electronics and materials expertise, the UK advanced engines, Italy manufacturing and integration. The goal, a sixth-generation fighter in service by 2035. Led by Mitsubishi, BAE Systems and Leonardo, the program is a model of global collaboration. GCAP is more than a jet, it's a strategic partnership shaping the future of defense. Together they aim to redefine air power for decades to come. The GCAP fighter will be a leap beyond the F-35, built for information warfare and networked combat. It will control swarms of uncrewed drones, loyal wingmen for scouting, jamming, and attack. Stealth will be enhanced by smart materials and a tailless, radar-evading shape. The jet's skin may actively manage its electromagnetic and thermal signatures. Electronic attack capabilities will blind and disrupt enemy systems, creating a cloak of silence. The II Rolls-Royce engine will power not just flight, but lasers, sensors, and AI systems. Supercruise will allow high-speed flight without afterburners, extending range and persistence. Directed energy weapons, lasers and microwaves, could shoot down missiles or disable enemy electronics. An AI-assisted cockpit will make the pilot a true commander of the digital battle space. The GCAP fighter is less an aircraft, more a networked weapon system for the future sky. GCAP is more than hardware, it's a realignment of global power. Japan's leadership in the project marks its shift from passive defense to proactive security partner. Co-developing a sixth-generation fighter puts Japan on par with the US, China, and Europe. The project strengthens alliances, ensuring interoperability with American and European forces. In future conflicts, these nations will share data and fight as one, presenting a united front. Quiet collaboration likely ensures both US and GCAP jets work seamlessly together. The F-35 program built the foundation for this new era of cooperation. Japan's journey from post-war ashes to aerospace leader is a story of resolve and innovation. The GCAP fighter will give Japan a decisive edge and symbolize its return as a global power. As the new jet takes shape, the balance of power in the Indo-Pacific is shifting. The rising sun is dawning on a new era.